So when it comes out, what is going to happen? Whose heart is going to be broken? Who is going to be torn apart? With their relationship be able to withstand these secrets? Hi wonderful people, and welcome back to my channel Bookkraves. I am Giselle and I talk about romance books here. In this video I'm going to be sharing with you 7 highly anticipated releases for January that I want to read in January. These books, they speak to me, they said something to me, the covers, the blurb, I just want to read them. Some of these books are dark, some are a bit emotional, some are a bit on the lighter side, but I want to read them when they are released. These books are some of the most anticipated releases for this month as well as for 2022. So I'm looking forward to reading each and every one of these books that I mentioned on this list. If this is something you like, give this video a thumbs up. If you are going to read any of these books that I mentioned in this video, give this video a thumbs up and comment down below. If you love romance books, love everything about romance books, then subscribe to my channel. Okay, so now let us get into these 7 most anticipated releases for January 2022. First up, I have The Summer Proposal by V. Keeland. This is it is a sports romance, and in this story we meet Max and Georgia, and apparently Georgia went on some type of blind date, and Max, he came and they started to talk and whatnot, and she assumed that Max was her blind date. Turns out that he wasn't, but they had such a great time, and then they met again, and so Max proposes something because Georgia was going through a really bad breakup, and he proposed that they spend the summer together so that he can help her forget her ex. And so he invited her to this hockey game. So she thought she was going to watch a hockey game with him and not see him play. So this is a really nice, fun sports romance to read. It is light. I love the whole proposal aspect. Reads like this, it really get my mind flowing and thinking about how this story is going to go, what will happen, is there going to be any complication, is it going to get messy. I don't foresee anything getting messy in this book, but one, I do like a good sports romance. 2, this is a really nice type of friends to lovers romance that I'm looking forward to reading. And 3, I think it's just going to be fun, because going on blind dates and all of that, and then happening to meet this person being some type of famous hockey player, this spells out a fantastic read. It spells out one that is going to be fast-paced, that is going to keep my attention, that is just going to be so enthralling. It's not going to be emotionally gripping, but that is okay. I really want to read this book. Georgia and Max, they're going to have a really good chemistry. I think that is what I'm getting from the blurb. They're going to have really good chemistry, and thus I want to read it. Sometimes it's very hard to connect with characters if a book is not quite emotional, or if there's just not that chemistry there, and I think I'm not going to have an issue with that. The chemistry, I think, is going to be there. I'm hoping that it is explosive, so yeah, looking forward to this one. Now, I really want to read Juniper Hill. It is written by Daphne Perry, and it is actually book 2 in the Eden series. In this book, we meet Memphis, and she's actually from a wealthy family. Things aren't going very well for her there, so she decides to leave. She leaves with her newborn, and she goes into this quiet town of Quincy, Montana. And there she gets a job far away from her crazy life, and she takes up a job that is so far-fetched from what she's accustomed doing. So she takes up a job as a housekeeper, and she rents an apartment above this chef named Knox. And Knox is he's handsome, he is sweet, and just sinfully dreamy. And so they embark on this relationship. This is a lighter read for me. I actually like small town romances. They're just so cute and bubbly and just really feel good. I don't know if I'm going to get that in this book, but I'm looking forward to it. And the thing is, within this blurb, it mentions that the heroine, she learns that to have a good life, sometimes required her to give up on her dreams. So I want to know what that dream was, what she had to give up, what type of life she left behind, especially with a newborn. I'm excited to read this book. I hope my heart is not going to be broken, but again, this is one of the lighter ones. On that note with hearts, I read my first Colleen Hoover book in December. Like, that was the last book that I read in 2021, and this is the first book that I'm going to be reading from her this year, and it is Reminders of Him. And this book, I think, is really going to break my heart as compared to the previous one that I read. I would put my review in the cards regarding that one that I read, but this one I think is going to be more emotional for me. In this book, the heroine, she spent 5 years or so in jail, and because of that she had to give up her daughter. So now she goes back to this town and no one from the town wants anything to do with her. She's trying to reconnect with her daughter, however she just keeps meeting closed doors, and it's so difficult for her. She just has one person, and that person owns a bar, and that is the only person willing to help her. But things, emotions get in the way, and they're hoping that even if they start something, that it doesn't affect her chances of being able to be in her daughter's life. Like, what did you do to end up in prison? You spent 5 years in prison, 4 years away from your daughter and all of that. What did you do? Like, and then the title of the book, Reminders of Him. What is this reminders? Like, what happened? Like, I want to know. Like, I really do feel like this one, it is going to grip me emotionally. I am going to cry. Who knows? Honestly, who knows? Maybe I'll do another reading vlog. If you'd like me to do another reading vlog while reading this book and come on camera while I read it to give you my honest feedback as soon as I read that book, let me know in the comment section down below. So another highly anticipated book that is releasing this month that I want to read is Empire of Sin, and it is written by Rina. It is book 2 in the Empire series. In this book, the hero is some type of mafia boss or some type of boss, and the heroine, she has a one-night stand, and this is something that she doesn't normally do. Turns out that the person that she had a one-night stand with is her boss, and now she's there, she has to work for him. She doesn't have a choice, and she wants to keep some secrets in her life secret, so she has to do that job. So I don't know what these secrets are. I don't know how this is going to affect her once these secrets come out, because they always do. And like, I just think this story is going to be so steamy. It's just going to be so hot. Rina Kent's books are always so steamy and exciting and engrossing. Like, I really enjoyed reading them. I don't talk about them much on my channel, but what I've read, I have enjoyed. So I'm looking forward to reading this one. Y'all, I want to read Broken Crown by Rachel Van Dyken, and this is book 5 in the Mafia Royals series. But the thing is, you can read this one as a standalone, so you don't have to go and read books 1 through 4 to read this one, which is good, right? I have not read any of the previous books. They just weren't on my radar, but that's okay. Like, honestly, if I read this one and I enjoy it, then I'm going to read the previous books. So when you read the blurb for this book, you're like, what is going to happen in this story? So the hero, he is supposed to take over from his father as the family boss, and because of the position he's in, he needs someone to lead, to help him lead and whatnot. So a family from Italy comes and they made some type of arrangement for him to marry someone. However, he saw someone, and now that he has this arrangement, he's going along with it, but he knows eventually he is going to get her, although she's with someone else. Like, he's seen her with a person, touching them, talking to them and all of that, and he just has to sit there and watch this. I have no idea how the story is going to go. All I know is I read the blurb and it's good. The story is good. Broken Crown, there's definitely going to be action, there's definitely going to be betrayal and all of that in the story. I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know if there's going to be like a love triangle. I have no idea. All I know, the hero says that he is going to die before he lets him have her. Yo, I don't know how this one slipped me, but I forgot to mention it earlier, and it is Collide. This is book 2 in the Off Limits series. You cannot read it as a standalone. So you have to read book 1 first before you can read book 2. But this one, it is a forbidden age gap romance. Aren't we all for that? We are all for those type of taboo reads. Well, I know I am. I'm all for those types of reads, so I'm really excited to read this release. It is expected to be released on January 11th, so I have to get my hands on a copy of book 1 to read book 2. In this story, book 2 picks up from where book 1 ends, and apparently the hero, Sawyer, had some type of past that broke them up, but he is not giving up on their relationship. He's not willing to leave the heroine alone, even if, he's all over at different events that she attends to, the classes that she's in. He is there. I don't know if he's a professor, some sort of thing or something like that. I have no idea, but the fact that it is forbidden, so I think he's probably a professor and is teaching some type of a university level class or something like that. But I'm all for that taboo, illicit, forbidden romance, and I would love to know what secrets they have between them, because we all know secrets, they come out, and when they come out, they do these devastating things. They really do, but we love to read about them so much, don't we? You want to know, well, okay, so when it comes out, what is going to happen? Whose heart is going to be broken? Who's going to be torn apart? With their relationship be able to withstand these secrets once it's all revealed? Will the person feel betrayed? All of these things I enjoy when I hear secrets, or when I read that persons are keeping things from their partner. That brings me to the end of some of the most anticipated releases in January that I want to read. Do not be surprised when I come back on and do my review at the end of this month to let you know what my thoughts are about these books. If you are looking forward to reading these books, comment down below, let me know which one you will be reading. So thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, like my video, subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed, and hit that notification bell so you will know when Bookkraves post a video. Who knows, I might go live. Look out until I post another video.